There we go. We should be live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to an impromptu episode of Longbox Crusade. One of those oddball mail call episodes that I like to do every once in a while. My Super 7 G.I. Joes are in. Wave 7 of G.I. Joe's Reaction Plus from Super 7 is now in. And I'm not the only one who's got them. My good friend Gary V from the Chaplain's Assistant Motor Pod has got them in as well. Welcome in, Gary.
Well, thank you, Jarrod, for having me in.
It's pretty much Gary's idea, by the way. He was like, "We got figures. Let's do a live stream." Yesterday, both of our figures arrived. I was doing a little library show selling my wares, so we had to bump it to today. But we're also joined by Jim the Joe. It's a lot of J's. Jim's here. Jim's here.
Not you don't have a J or a G. You're not here. So,
so Jim the Joe Junkie is here from our own Longbox's very own G.I. Joe Chronicles Outpost editions. And he doesn't have Super 7 Reaction Plus Wave 7 as far as I know.
No, I don't.
Loser.
Well, I do. I've got a shipwreck up there on the shelf. He's not on my USS flag yet, but he will be back there soon.
All right.
Not Reaction Plus.
Do you just not do Reaction Plus, Jim?
I bought a few, but they really got to call out to me.
So, okay. I'm all over them. Like yeah. I'm taking any over. I like how when I have the extra light on, it looks like I'm on the surface of the sun. Anyway, here, that's better. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker for the O-Ring Reaction Plus. I even bought the spinoffs for like the Universal Monsters. The Ghostbusters were actually done by Hasbro. Those weren't Super 7. What was the other? Oh, I did the Back to the Future ones. So yeah, so we're kind of reversed. Like I'm super selective about my classifieds, and you're super selective about your Super 7s.
Yeah, right? And I'm still selective about my classifieds, but you wouldn't be able to tell that by the last 6 months that I've said I was getting out of classified. And here I am with. I gathered some up today, and I sent Jarrod a picture. I'm like, yeah, I got a few more than I thought I did the last time I was on.
So Jim said he was going to join us, and we're just going to have fun with unboxing, and he's going to be unpackaging or opening some of his classifieds on this here episode. And I want to say hey to Courtney. Courtney, it's been a while, man. It's good to see you in the chat. Yeah, anybody's welcome to stop by, say hello in the chat, and we'll do our best to address all that stuff. I am wondering. Nope. It looks like maybe I'm gonna see if I can send this to Facebook because for some reason it wouldn't let us schedule this to Facebook. I'm gonna see if it'll let me send it to Facebook while we're live. It looks like it might. Everybody, cross your fingers. I'm staring at the thing. It's circling. So yeah, hey, hello Facebook. Hey, we're on Facebook now.
Yay! The Techno Vipers fixed it.
Yeah. He's got all the jokes. Get it? The jokes. I like your Grimlock shirt, by the way. All right. Jim, why don't you show us who you're going to be working on as Gary and I begin our box. Where's your box, Gary? All right, Jim, who are you starting with?
Well, I've got 6 of them to pick from.
Who's on top?
Who's on top? Yeah. Super 7 Wave 7 is 4 figures. Jim brings 6.
Jim brings 6 classifieds. He's not messing around.
I actually have 8, but 2 of them I'm not going to open because they're the retro card back ones. So I'm not going to open those.
Can we see them? Let's see the card backs.
Yeah.
That is a Cobra Trooper. Okay. Yep.
As you can see, Ross-Con.
Let me give you. I haven't been to my local Ross in a while. People have been finding good stuff at Ross.
And then I picked up a Cobra Commander.
Oh, he's the leader. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, he is. It says here somewhere. It just says Cobra Commander. It doesn't say the leader. So, but then the actual classifieds I've got Hit and Run.
Okay.
Which I have from the reviews I've watched have been an amazing figure, and another amazing one, Night Viper.
Oh yes, good.
And then one that I didn't pre-order, but soon when I saw it at my local comic store, I go, yeah, I got to have that Grim Viper.
Oh,
So
I'm not familiar with the Grim Viper so much. Do I have one? Did they make a 3 3/4?
No,
Let's
that's
say
a,
it.
that's a
It's
new.
in 3 3/4. He's, I think, Jim, would you agree that's Skullbuster?
It's Skullbuster would be the closest rendition in the 3 3/4, 4-inch. Yeah.
So like if you only collect 3 3/4, I mean, who are you going to call? Skullbuster.
Well, yeah. And then another one I picked up off the store shelf at my local store was Cobra Commander Battle Armor.
Oh, Battle Armor.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, okay, he's calling me.
Yeah.
And then pre-order.
He's commanding you.
Yes. Wetsuit.
Nice. Traditional colors.
Yes.
Nice.
And then I got Walmart special on the website, $5 for shooter.
Okay. So they actually made a shooter, because I remember when Shooter was in issue 1 of G.I. Joe.
Yep.
As a little nod to Jim Shooter.
Then the retroactive in the G.I. Joe Declassified, written by Larry Hama and Devil's Due.
Oh my goodness! See, this is why I have you guys on the show.
So that's what I got.
That's what you got. All right, get cracking then. And Gary and I will also get cracking. Let me get us back to that. I'll go top down. I don't know how you want to do yours, Gary. I'm gonna go back to the surface of the sun lighting because I'm going to change my camera.
What do you mean by top down?
My camera.
Oh. Yeah, well, I don't have a fancy. I'm not as fancy as.
Well, let's open our
Jarrod
boxes, man. So we don't have to take turns because we should have the same thing. It's the same boxes. Oh, look at Jim's got top down. Look how fancy he is. Man, I didn't know Jim was coming with the top down camera. All right. Did you open yours like your fingers like a man?
I pre-cut mine to just left a little strip so I could rip it open.
I was like, "Dang." I'm here with my knife, and I was like, damn, look at Gary go like Wolverine and shit, man. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't know about you, Gary, but I got brown paper.
Yes, I got brown paper.
Oh, it's all matching up nicely. You know what? It's interesting to see if they're packed in the same order.
Well, I'm opening mine upside down because.
Oh, okay. I don't know if I did that or not.
So I will flip it upside down or right side up.
All right, so there we go. Let's see if they put them all in the same order. So the first thing on top for me, I got the back of Hydro Viper.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at Hydro Viper. Okay, so we got Hydro Viper Super 7 Reaction Plus. This is the latest wave 7 of them. And Gary, you're actually much more of a figure expert than I am. In fact, I've learned a lot from Gary and Jim, or Gim, as I like to call them as a duo. As I've been growing my collection.
Do you hear that? Jarrod's is shipping us.
I did.
You guys are Gim now. Yeah, as I've been doing my, and Gary's been helping a lot with my growth of my collection, as has Jim. In fact, I think I just finished 87 and I'm working on 88 now. But anyway, Gary, Hydro Viper, I'm just going to ask you.
Yep.
What do you think? What do you think?
Well, the first impression is this is so you know that this is based off of the Action Force comic.
Okay, see, this is what I have you here for.
So he would have appeared in like a panel or two of G.I. Joe European missions,
which I have some of. I do have some of those.
Yeah, it's from one of those. It's from one of those. I read them once, and they've been sitting in a long box since.
Okay,
and but I will revisit them at one point. First impression: head's much smaller than the 1988 figure.
Okay, so there was an 88 figure.
Yes. The 88 figure, Jarrod, I don't know if you've collected it yet, but to me, that's like one of the best figures from that year.
Oh, cool. Let me see. I'm going to pull up my spreadsheet right now since I have the second monitor going. And I'm going to see 1988. I do have Hydro Viper, and I have him complete with file card. Hooray for me. What's Jim doing over there? Oh, he's up to something.
Yep. Got the helmet on.
Oh, he's putting the gear on. I got
getting the gear on. Yep.
Cool. All right. So there was I was about to ask. I was like, I feel like there was a Hydro Viper. There was. I have him. He's from '88, and I don't feel like he's in this same color scheme though.
No, he's a more darker purple.
There you go.
Like that. Like Gary said, that version in your hand is colored like the Brits would color it.
Ooh.
Okay.
From Action Force.
I have a few of the European Mission comics, and I have a few that are labeled Action Force. In fact, I got some recently from a friend of mine who lives in England, and she sent me. Apparently, they did them like you would like just as like a newspaper, like it's newsprint. It's not. There's no cover. Like it's just newsprint comic.
Yeah,
and she sent me about 4 or 5 of those. I thought that was super cool.
And they're a larger
size scale
too.
Yeah.
I've got one or two of the actual Action Force comic books from there. Not the European Mission one, but the actual Action.
Right. Yeah, those were my first ones of that newsprint style.
Yep.
I think I have a couple other Action Force comics, and then I think I have some of the European Mission.
Yep.
It's so fascinating that there was this like 2 markets for it, with original stories too, not just reprints or anything like that.
Well, I'm going to butt in here. So Action Force, if you want to get into the lore of European G.I. Joe, it starts
which I know there is some lore.
Oh yeah.
But it starts off with Battle Action Force, or Battle Action, which then becomes Battle Action Force. And that was a weekly, like, newsprint magazine size, like the Action Force Weekly, which follows Battle Action Force. And if you have the larger magazine side, that's the Action Force Weekly. It ran for 50 issues with like 4 specials. And then after that, you get Action Force Monthly, which ran for 15 issues. And that's what European Missions is based off of. In the Action Force Weekly, they did a mixture of original stories and reprinting the Marvel America Larry Hama stories as well. So they're in a mix in those 50
Mixing them.
issues.
Okay. Jim, I think you were on the Devil's Due episode with me and Pat, one of them, because near the end of that original run of 40 some odd, they brought that new Crimson something or other in, and that was birthed from Action Force, wasn't it?
Shadows.
Red Shadows, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And that was birthed from Action Force in the UK?
Yeah. I don't know that any of the characters that were in the Red Shadows were actually from Action Force, though.
Just the concept of Red Shadows?
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gary, feel free to dip in. I know you're into this.
Please.
Yeah. I'm starting the reading of all that Action Force stuff. I have Battle Action Force collected from Total Toy Books. I got it through Skeletron when they offered it. And then we have like I said, I have all the Action Force Weekly. I got that at JoeCon from Mark over at Talking Joe. I traded him for it. And then obviously I got all European Missions. So it's just
look at you go. Yeah, that's an area that I love and respect, but I just don't come across it much. When I do, I pick it up onesie twosie, and of course my friend from England who sent me some, her name is Dee. Dee. She lives in Kent, I think. I've never actually met her. Her name is Dee Ford. So I'm going to tell you a mildly amusing tale that's way too long and doesn't really pay off, but here we go. Okay. So how I became friends with Dee Ford, who's a surveyor from Kent. So as you guys may know, I went to Auburn, and I'm an Auburn football fan, Auburn sports fan in general. And we had a really, really, really good player whose name was Dee Ford. But his social media, his X handle, his Twitter handle was like at Dee Ford X2 or something like that, right? The DG's at Dee Ford was this British lady from Kent. They have the same name, but so our school's Auburn's athletics director was like retweeting and all this stuff when he was winning awards. And he was like, I want to congratulate at D4. He kept tagging the lady from England. And so like it became this running joke, and she became something of an Auburn celebrity. Like if you're on Auburn Twitter, you know who D Ford is. She became an Auburn fan. They flew her over. They put her up in Auburn for games and stuff like that. And she comes over a couple of times a year for games and whatnot. And it was all birthed out of this mistagging on social media. So anyway, I got to know her on social media as well as my friend and fellow podcaster Van Plexico. And so she sends us, because he also collects comics, she sends us British versions, and that's how I got mine. So I told you it was a long story that wouldn't really land with you, but here we are. That's my story. Thanks for joining, everyone.
That's your story.
All right.
The deafening silence.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Before I get into Skullbuster, I want to say that this hit and run figure, and it's probably not very bright. Let me see if I can get some more light over here without screwing too much up, which I did.
Uh-oh.
Okay, there we go. So a little more light in here. This guy is almost a straight up duplicate of the 3 3/4 version. Just a lot more articulation.
Is that hit and run?
Paint. This is hit and run. Yep.
I always liked that figure.
He was the one with the satchel, the satchel, and look at that. It even opens up.
Yeah, didn't the other one have like a grappling hook that you could pull out?
Yep, and there's somehow, which I'm not going to figure out now, but he includes the grappling hook. But yeah, he's got that with, and this figure is, from what I said, send the reviews. They were right. This figure is top notch, amazing.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Courtney, by the way, in the chat says, be careful buying Joe's from Target. There was a light blue Cobra Commander, but they wouldn't sell it since the barcode didn't match in the system. Oh, Target. We got Anything Joe's in the chat.
Hey.
Hello, Anything Joe's, who specifically says hi to Gary. So,
Yeah.
We
know who the celebrity is then.
Yeah, we had a celebrity draw on here.
Yeah.
Is Anything Joe's one of your podcasting partners, Gary?
No, that's probably Greg, from Greg and Jaron, and they just added another co-host who I haven't texted him in a while. But yeah.
Well,
but yeah.
All right, Gary. I see you've got a completed Hydra Viper. What do you think, man?
Growing on me a lot more than I thought it did.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that where the original has him beat is the head and the mask, but where this thing has the original beat is these hoses are just so yummy to touch, and they fit on so easily and flexible.
I love flexible hose.
The only thing
I was trying to get something out of Jim there. It didn't happen.
I can't get past the fact that Gary said yummy. I'm still.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's tactically pleasing.
They're pleasing to the touch, as hose should be. I'm not going to run out of these, just so you know. I'm going to try to put mine on the backpack while Gary gives his.
The backpack's easy. The only thing is I found is the hose takes some finagling to get into the mask, but there is a peg deep inside the mask.
Is there?
Yeah, if you look closely.
It's just I have to put my readers on because my eyes are bad. That's my problem. It's not necessarily the hose. It's the problem is my eyes.
But it's like I said, I just really like the rubber of the hose. It's just so flexible. The original Joe stuff was never this soft and flexible. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm having a problem on the mask again.
I remember hoses being quite the challenge on the old Joe stuff. Yeah, and I absolutely suck at putting these on. And again, this may not be the hose's fault. Gary's saying it's not. It's my eyes. I know that. So I'll fool with this when I have to have like really, really good light.
But when it's stuck in there, man, it's awesome.
Yeah. So the color scheme is British, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I love variant stuff like that. That's one of my favorite things about the Super 7s is that they find those neat little niche things. It's almost like all the little things I've talked about over on Aaron Moss's G.I. Joe Real American Headcast. Like we'll watch the cartoon and I'll be like, man, I wish we had a figure of this guy from the cartoon. It's like Super 7's listening, and they're starting to do these things. And this is an example, not from the cartoon, but just that the British, quote unquote, British version. Oh, that looks great, Gary. I still haven't gotten the hoses on. I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, it's going to take you. It's going to take you a minute.
All right. I'll
But
maybe let my son.
This is but it feels nice. One of the other things that I've been critical of on the Super 7 front is I've always felt the limbs have felt thin, but this guy's got good, like substantial, like legs and arms. This is probably so far, I haven't gotten into the rest of the box yet, but I'm really impressed with Hydro Viper. It's I like it. I don't know what else to say.
I dig it too, man. It feels to me, it feels like one of those like 1992 Joes because of the color scheme. You know how they got brighter and they're competing with Ninja Turtles at this point. That's what it feels like. Although I know now from you, I know that the scheme comes from the Action Force. But that's cool. No, I like it. I like having a variety in my Joes. So let's see who's up next. If they packed them in the same order, Gary, next up should be Flash.
Nope, I got Chuckles.
Oh, they mixed them up. We'll do Chuckles then. Chuckles is Chuckles. We'll do Chuckles. So what we've learned here is it's not some robot packing these things. It's a human because they're in a different order. But yeah, actually going like 5 minutes back to Courtney's comment. It is frustrating. I was at Walmart, Courtney, and I was buying. They had re-released Sectars, some Sectars figures via Walmart, and I'm kind of a Sectars guy. And I think there was like 3 figures, and then one of them had like a special chrome edition, and they had them all in the clearance section. They're all on clearance, but they only had like the one of each. And I brought them up front, and the lady scanned them, and the one that was the chrome one, she scanned it, and it wasn't matching the clearance price that was on it. So she's like, I can't sell it to you. And I'm like, well, if you're not going to sell me this, then I don't want any of them. I either want the set or I don't want any of them. Well, I can't sell it to you.
Well, that's when you go up to customer service.
So, and then she was like, well, I'll get the customer service lady. She's like, same thing. Well, we can't sell it. And I was like, okay, goodbye. And I'm certain somebody eventually got them, and that's wonderful. But I was like, weird to have a customer in front of you that wants to buy a whole set and you can't get your stuff together. Anyway, let's look at Chuckles. Chuckles. Let's see here. Philip Provost. And I'm sure I'm here with Jim and Gary, so you guys just pretend like this is news to you. But for anybody else who's passing by casually and likes G.I. Joe casually, almost all the time these characters were named after employees at Hasbro. A lot of employees from Hasbro in here. Which, I'm going to ask a question while we're unboxing, Gary. Or Jim. I'm sure you know too. I like your sweet background, contrasting background, Jim.
I decided, I got a bunch of black guns and black figures. I put the white one in.
There you go. Oh, man, that Night Viper. Night Viper's always been one of my favorite figures.
And the helmet, I don't know if I can get it close enough to see. Hey, can you get off now? There he goes. Pop the head off. But the helmet fits over the head perfect. It's a nice little snap. Doesn't come off easy. You get the visor up, visor down. Great. Some people were complaining because the black was too glossy, but I like it. I really like it.
I think it looks cool. Again, I remember buying that specific figure off the peg when I was a kid in Germany in 1989. I bet he was an 88 figure, but I lived in Germany and PX probably got him in 1989.
Yeah, he was 88, I believe.
Yeah, well, I got him in 89, I remember. Good memories there.
The only thing they didn't do was make it so you could put the rifle on his leg.
Oh, it doesn't have the little pegs for
Nope.
Nope. Return it. No.
I might be buying more, and I don't usually say that.
Pre-broken pegs.
Yes, they were. between him and Rock and Roll and Metalhead.
This is a travesty if he doesn't have pegs to put the right
Pretty
one.
cool.
So the question I was going to ask you guys is, I'm well aware that Tunnel Rat is designed after Larry Hama.
Correct.
Is that his name on the file card?
No, Lee Nicky is his name on the file card.
Okay, I just because I knew it was designed after him. I just didn't know if they put like Lawrence Hama or something on the card.
No.
Okay, interesting.
Well, that's like Dusty is named after Ron Rudat because Dusty is Tad Dord, which is Rudat backward.
Rudat backward.
But Leatherneck is sculpted after Ron Rudat.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I could see that.
And they got Law and Order is sculpted after Kirk Bazigian.
And Chuckles here. I don't know if you guys know who he's sculpted after. Anybody?
Jarrod Albrick.
That's what I was going to say because I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I don't.
I should have said Jason Albrick.
Jason, yeah, it's definitely more Jason with that Hawaiian shirt on.
Well, it's actually Jason, but he's undercover, so it's Jarrod.
Yeah, it's just very complicated. There's a lot of levels to it. I was fortunate enough to be right by Ron Rudat at Joe Fest the one year I did Joe Fest, which is not to say I wouldn't do it again. I love Joe Fest. It's just like always the same week or the week after Heroes Con, and my old man can't do both. But one year they did Joe Fest when they didn't do Heroes Con, coming off of COVID. And anyway, Ron Rudat's table right by mine. Nicest guy. I just want to let everybody know I'm fancy. Anyway,
yeah.
Let's check in with Chuckles. I'm cutting out the file card, and Gary has him built, and we all await Gary's review.
Right off the bat, again, another hefty sculpt. Got a nice big barrel chest. He looks stronger. He looks a lot more like what we got to see early in the comic book and in the movie. Love his holster. It is in the spirit of O-ring, but being a little bit like thinner. Doesn't fit super perfect, but it fits well enough. The pistol fits in there perfectly, and I'm going to say this is like so far like one of my favorite waves of Super 7. Just nice. With 2 figures.
Nice. Yeah, I dig him too. You guys always help me dust off my memory because I have original Chuckles up in my display cabinet, but I don't remember all the details. I want to say he did not have a removable holster.
Yes, he did.
He did? Maybe I just don't have it. You know what? Let's go to the what year was it?
1987.
87. I do have a Chuckles, and I have no accessories. That would explain why I was unfamiliar with it. So you're saying, how would you say this holster compares to the original then, Jarrod? You were saying this one doesn't fit perfectly, but it's as good as original holster or better?
Better.
Okay. What about the pattern on his shirt? I feel like the other one was more blue. Am I crazy?
Correct. Yes, you're not crazy. I
drew a Chuckles from my G.I. Joe series. And did one of you guys end up with it? I can't remember who got it. Who got Chuckles?
Well, I ended up with all of them at some point.
Like the original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have. I have the original Duke.
Okay.
My brother ended up with the original Chuckles.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I do remember this being more the scheme. And that was based, of course, on an animated cartoon version, probably from the movie. Yep. So this is probably more of a movie.
Yes, Jarrod.
Okay. All right. I'm glad I have you guys here to keep me straight. Otherwise, it'd be just me guessing into the camera.
And me correcting you.
That's right. You'd be in the chat. No, wrong. I want to welcome our friend Steve Martin to the chat. Hey, Steve. Hope you're doing well. Steve messaged me the other day. Steve, if you're still there, he was telling me he was getting something, some kind. Was it a new toy line you were collecting, Steve? I'm looking now because I think he messaged me on Instagram. It was comic book stuff we were talking. Comic book stuff. Yeah. That's what it was. Comic book stuff he had tracked down. All right. Wasn't toys. I got confused. All right. What you got, Jim? We'll check in with you, and then Gary and I will go to our next figure.
Well, I've got Shooter right now. I opened up the Grim Viper here earlier.
I'm gonna be
right now
honest with you, even though it's it's a small on the screen there.
Yep.
That Shooter seems more attractive than Jim Shooter.
I would say so.
Because that looks like a lady.
It is a lady. It is a lady. And
all right.
Did you not? Yeah. Have you not read the Declassified, Jarrod? From Devil's Due?
I probably read it 20 years
And actually, she was introduced. Gary, correct me. Wasn't she introduced in the Energon? Not Energon. Yeah, Energon universe.
Yes.
Yep.
I've seen her.
Issue 5?
And she something like that.
I seen her at my Ollie's. I think
she's a good figure.
She is. I'm looking at this and I'm going, this is for a small figure, because she's definitely smaller than the male figures, but the same articulation, good detail, nice accessories. She comes with 3 different hair pieces, I guess.
So does Sean Connery.
Yeah, I'm sure. But one with the gas mask.
Oh, that's cool.
To go with the Energon theme for Night Force in Classified. So yeah. Okay. I wasn't sure what to. That's why I didn't pay full price, because I wasn't sure. But she is.
So you're telling me she's been around since about 304, somewhere in there.
Yeah,
2003, 2004. Yep.
Okay. I may be confusing her. The one at Ollie's, I think they made just sort of like. Didn't they make some generic military? I want to say it's like Marine Sniper, and it's a female.
Yes,
that's who I'm thinking of.
Yep.
That's who I saw at Ollie's. Marine Sniper female.
Yep. So yeah.
And just so I can show that I know a little bit about G.I. Joe, that's kind of interesting too, because I actually have almost all of, if not all, I'm not going to get the year right, but in the 90s, like later 90s, they released these G.I. Joes that were on keychains. And they were kind of generic. It was like soldier, Navy guy, Air Force guy, something like that. See, Gary's not. You know what I'm talking about. Jim, are you familiar with these keychain Joes as well?
I've heard of them, and I've seen them, but I do not have any of them.
I think I might have them all. I think I found them at a yard sale somewhere, because I was like, this is bizarre with the keychain, and I looked them up. What about you, Gary? You got keychain Joes?
I have the keychain Action Pilot.
Okay, yeah, because there's a pilot, there's a soldier. I want to say there's a Navy guy, maybe a Marine.
Yeah, there's a Marine, soldier, Army soldier, pilot, and sailor.
Okay.
They're basically, in 1994, they did the 25th anniversary Joes, which were all based on the 1964. 30th anniversary. Oh my God. And then what they did was, like in the late 90s, they re-released them all as the keychains in like one giant box set.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had a guy trying to sell me the box set, and I'm like, I don't need Joe keychains.
Yeah, like I think they're an oddity. In fact, I want to say my soldier, the keychain part is actually broken off. But again, I found them at yard sale, a quarter a piece. I'm not gonna say no to that. Am I crazy? All right. It looks like Jim's working on his armored Cobra Commander, and Gary and I. Who are we doing next, Gary? Who's next on your stack?
Flash.
Oh. I have heard that he will save every one of us. All right. I already have something about Flash that I don't like.
What don't you like about Flash?
This, and I get that it's G.I. Joe, but this out of regs haircut is ridiculous.
Now, Jarrod,
his hair's too long. Is that what you're saying?
It's
darn hippies.
Well, Jarrod, this is where I'm going to take umbrage with you.
Oh, he's going to do a hump. Go ahead, hit me with it, and I'll start opening this guy up.
So, in the back of issue 1 of G.I. Joe by Marvel Comics, Herb Trimpe did a pinup of this gentleman peeling potatoes.
I remember it. Damn it, Herb.
Exactly. That's what I've heard, is that haircut looks exactly like that Herb Trippy drawing.
You gave this, this haircut would totally fly as we get into the 90s, but that original run of Joe's was pretty military accurate. But you're right. This is the peeling potatoes haircut. I'll accept it.
I'm sorry. Herb Trimpe can do no wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
G.I. Joe.
I'm going to let it go. I mean, this is me officially letting it go.
It's better than just another Michael Ironside head from the original 13.
Oh, we got a hose. We're gonna find out if this hose is yummy or not, Jim. Is that your brother in the chat there, Jim?
Yes, it is.
What up, George?
Hello, that George. Cobra Commander's pretty cool. I picked him up off the shelf and I saw him at one of my local toy stores. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to grab him. And this is the only Serpentor that I can afford. Classified size. So
I don't think you pronounced that properly.
Serpentor.
There you go.
I apologize.
I think you would know.
You would be corrected later in the comments.
That's seeing George in the chat reminded me that George got hosed because George was in our.
Was it yummy?
George was in our chat at the gift exchange in December, which means he won a gift, and I have his gift, and it was, guess where it was, Jim, with all the stuff I was bringing to Winterfest.
Oh,
and so just yesterday I was out in my building and I saw it sitting on the shelf. I was like, wait, that's George's gift that he didn't get for Christmas. But I'll tell you right now, George, it's really nice. Like, you got the nicest gift. So you don't own it, but it's nice. It'll get to you eventually, my friend. All right, I'm going to cut out my file card of Flash, who is an original Joe from the original line. I want to see. I was just wondering. I was just checking to see if they gave him swivel arm or not, because it would have amused me if they didn't give him swivel arm.
I would have rioted. I
would have been like, that's kind of funny, but all right, we'll take Gary's thoughts while I cut this card out.
Oh, okay. This, as somebody that I got rid of my straight arms because I want swivel arms. This is a swivel head. So it's so it only turns left and right. So one of my first curiosities with Flash was this going to be a potential head swap onto a vintage figure? And seeing as how this guy is only a left to right head, this might actually be just that.
I have, Gary.
Yes.
My Flash nods a little.
Not supposed to.
He nods a little. Here, let me put him on camera. See? He nods just a little.
Yep, you're right. Yep.
There you go.
So concerned whether he could or couldn't, I didn't. Well, no. If he should. So what's the quote from Jurassic Park?
Life finds a way.
Life finds a way.
Spare no expense.
Yeah. But so preoccupied with whether he could.
Whether we should.
Not whether they should.
I love it. I kind of dig the bright colors. I mean, it's not. I like the original Flash color scheme best because it's a little more militaristic. But I don't know. This feels to me like animated version of Flash, and I kind of like that.
It's blending the line between Sunbow and Marvel.
Yeah, you put it better than I did. That's correct.
It's solid. Again, the limbs they've I think with this wave they've really stepped up their game on sculpting. I'm really happy with Flash.
I am too. The only thing that I kind of a little bit about is the visor on the helmet.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. Exactly. It keeps going down. Yeah, you got it.
It keeps going down. Really? Okay.
Something about hose. I don't know. Anyway.
Well, I haven't taken out my hose and played with it yet. So hold on.
Well, thank goodness for that.
Thank goodness.
Family friendly live stream. All right.
Well, that's
Yeah, he's pretty good though. I mean, he's much brighter than your original Flash. Bolder color scheme, but I do like the fact that Super 7 dipped into the OG Joe world, and it wasn't Snake Eyes. You know, like Flash is not an obvious choice to dip into from OG to me. Like if you're going to dip into OG, you're going to do Snake Eyes, and then you're going to do Stalker and Scarlet. And I think they have done Scarlet and Snake Eyes already. Because I think I have those. I appreciate them dipping into the OG line and giving a fresh coat of paint, kind of literally in this case, to those guys.
So does this wave not have any Snake Eyes in it?
It doesn't.
No. Oh wow,
it's illegal.
That's uncommon for 7.
Well, they are going to make it up for the Tiger Force Snake Eyes is coming to Target as an exclusive.
Yeah, freaking Target exclusives. I found out about that way late, so I'm eternally on the hunt for a dang. Was it Serpentor? I think he was an exclusive.
The black and green one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I broke down and bought him on Mercari. I got him for under $40 ship. So
yeah, as I say, he runs around $40. What I've been seeing on eBay. That's cool looking, man. Yeah, Flash is definitely cool looking.
Yes.
Let's check in on.
I will also say, in keeping with the Hydro Viper, the hose is indeed yummy.
Yes, well, that's good to know. Flash's hose is longer than Hydro Viper's hose. We're not here for a hose measuring contest.
It is what it is.
But I want to say hey to Heinz K, who snuck in the chat there. Heinz is a loyal. He might be a lawyer. I don't know. A loyal stop buyer, and the proud owner of a bunch of the. You know how I've been doing those panel recreations. Jim probably more familiar with it. Oh, Gary, maybe you know too, but I've been doing panel recreations, and Heinz picked up a few of them, and I appreciate that. Huh? You know what? I can show not tell. I have 2 left. There they are. There's an X-Men one and one from Dracula Lives. Heinz got, I think, both the G.I. Joe ones I did, and Spider-Man, and maybe something else, Indiana Jones. Anyway, big fan of Heinz. He's a big supporter, and I appreciate it. Jim, let's see. It looks like you did you finish with your armored commander? It looks like you're finishing up with wetsuit.
Yep, I know I'm moving along, but yeah, here's the armored Cobra commander, so you can see him here.
I'll give you. I'll remember to give you the big screen for
that's
once.
All right.
There we go.
And right away, it comes with 2 heads, as you can see.
The other one is when that Fred dude was pretending to be Cobra.
yes. And I've seen a lot of people 3D print Fred heads and put them on there, which I'm going to have to probably do with this one.
Oh, wait, that was right? I was making a joke.
No, you are correct.
Oh, what's the difference?
One it has human eyes, and the other one has the once a man eyes when he was turned into a snake at the end of the movie, and then turned back into human form in Operation Dragonfire with the Deke series. And of course, he comes with Serpentor after he turned him into an iguana in Operation Dragonfire. So
love it.
I like the figure. The only problem is these shoulder things limit his range of motion by quite a bit.
I see.
So, but yeah, pretty cool.
I mean, he looks cool. I'm a put him on a shelf and display it kind of guy, so he's going to look great on the shelf.
Yep. And I mean, really, how much action does Cobra Commander get into that he needs to raise his arm up? I mean,
right.
So,
right. That's what Major Blood is for.
Yeah. So, and then we got Wetsuit, which they gave him a gun.
Pew pew.
They gave him a pew pew. Unlike the original. So, very good rendition. I'm not going to try and put this in his hand while on camera because I will look like a monkey.
That's me with these hoses. I didn't
screwing a football, but you know. But no, it's Wetsuit's one of my top 10 probably, and they did a really good job with him. I like it.
Yeah, he looks good.
The little logo right there. Nice.
Yeah, he looks looks just like I remember. That's another figure that I definitely had in my childhood. that got a lot of mileage. Me, my wetsuit and my devilfish seem to always go together.
Did you put Beachhead on the Devilfish?
Yes, and
Yeah.
General Hawk.
Well,
Wasn't
yeah,
that the 3 on the cover of that one issue?
exactly.
Yeah, so that made a mark on me because that's certainly. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Didn't Mike Zeck do that cover?
Who?
Yeah, Zek. Betty, Zek, Betty, Zek. Yeah, you guys got me again. All right. If my math is correct, and I think it is, you should have Daina left.
I do.
Oh, no, you have Zool. Get it to Ghostbusters.
Back to the Ghostbusters.
Woo! Now, I like me some Daina. I'm just going to put this out up front. I mean, for obvious reasons. And if I'm not mistaken, and I doubt that I am, I'm a fan of October Guard in general, which is why I like Daina. And as I learned in the Devil's Due run, they bring Daina into the regular Joe team. She becomes an actual Joe.
Yep.
So talk to me about this Daina, though, Gary. This will be your time to shine. This particular outfit, where's this coming from?
This is Sunbow. This is
okay, cartoon. Okay,
this is Cartoonverse. Yes, most notably from those couple of episodes.
You can make it up, and I'm not going to remember. Only Jim will call you on it.
Yeah, there was a couple. There was the UFO one, right?
Yep.
And then didn't they team up during one of the miniseries?
Yeah, Pyramid of Darkness,
maybe, or was it? No,
I'm not going to remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. I know there's a couple of them.
Yeah, and I remember Stormovic is more of the big Russian bear
Horror show.
Horror show.
Yes.
He's one they need to make an action figure of.
There's no horror show? They don't make one?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Oh man.
I have I mean
ahead,
Jim, I mean we did get the comic pack.
Well,
O-ring figures in 2006, 2007.
Oh, I've got some of those.
Yeah.
So I might have
the October Guard ones are worth bucks now.
Yeah.
I think I might have them because when I saw them at Walmart, because I'm such an October Guard fan, I was like, must have. Yes. I grabbed everyone.
And they did the con exclusives too.
Those are
really expensive. Really.
I remember when they were under $100 a figure, and I'm like, no. And now,
I
don't even know what they're going for now.
I luckily have a few of them. Again, yard sale acquisitions. Every once in a while, I'll buy a box of Joe's at a yard sale, and I'll get home and start entering my spreadsheet, and I'll be like, "Oh, this good. This was a mail away, or this is a con exclusive." Now I know I've struck some gold. All right, so she comes with the classic AK-47, and she's very magenta.
Yes.
I will cut out my final card.
So Jarrod, as you are an October Guard fan,
I am.
When you think of the October Guard, what, especially or with Daina especially, what's your first impression? What's your first thing that comes to your mind? If I said Daina from the October Guard, what would you think of first?
Her, am I weird? But like her hat, her, because she wore like a what's called a garrison cap, I think is what that's called. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
for the tank.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that tells me something about Jarrod because that's not the first thing I think of.
I was trying to keep it clean. Stop playing with your Dark Hawk on camera.
Hey, it's a recent acquisition.
Always whipping out his Dark Hawk.
Yeah. I know it's not Joe, but you know.
Delvin and I are seriously considering when we finish Come Out to Play, which is not too far away.
No.
We're about to do 61. We're seriously considering having Darkhawk be the next thing we do. But we're in talks.
If you need a third, let me know.
I knew we could count on you. Well, thanks to you, I got issue 1, so thank you so much.
Yeah,
I'm really close to a full run on that now. I think.
I recently, not talking Joe, but this is Darkhawk.
It's fine. It's a long box.
Yeah.
You do what you want.
I am in one of the things that I collect for comic books is all the Darkhawk appearances. And I just finished the Friends and Foes or Friends and something other that
right. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yep.
Gary. I'm only missing the last 3 issues, by the way.
Okay. I'll keep my eye
48, 49, and 50. Gary, what's your figure? You clearly are having fun playing with Daina, which that opens up a bunch of jokes, but what are your thoughts, man?
I'm just gonna say it again. Another solid sculpt, a little bit thinner. It is a lady, so she's not going to be as bulky as a man with the big superhero muscles. She's going to be a little bit slender, but I like the ball neck. Has a wide range of motion. I mean,
you wouldn't think it with as much hair as she has. You wouldn't think it'd have as much motion, but it's nice.
But the AK goes nicely into her thumb. It doesn't, it just fits. It fits well. It's like I said, it's a little light on accessories. I do like gear with my Joes, and she feels nice to touch, and but like they did a really good job with her painting her face.
Yes,
like and as much as Jarrod, I would agree. My introduction to Daina was G.I. Joe issue 101 after Sunbow, and I would have much preferred another comic series of October Guard figures, but this one is honestly nothing to sneeze at. I'm happy with it. I'm happy they made her. I want to see the rest of the Sunbow October Guard crew now.
Yeah, I'll take any chance to get October Guard variants. I've always just been a big fan of them. I think I think that has a lot to do with how Larry wrote them as very much the Soviet G.I. Joe team. Like, not necessarily bad guys, but sometimes adversaries. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
not bad. They're not Cobra bad guys. They're the Russian Joe unit, and they're honorable warriors is I think a good way to say it.
And Larry wrote them in their, what we thought would be their final issue. Was it Horror Show, Brekov? One other died in that special missions.
Spoiler alert, I guess I haven't gotten there yet.
No, it's basically the only ones that survived were
Diana
to do that was Daina and Dragonsky.
Yeah.
So
well, damn it, I didn't know.
Sorry, Jarrod.
Yeah, sorry to spoil something from 35 years ago.
I know I'm going through the dang. I've mentioned on the show on my comic book show,
but
we didn't get those.
This is from issue 20. It may have been retconned since then, Jarrod. Just so you're aware.
Yeah. Okay, good to
it
know.
May have been.
Okay, maybe, who knows?
Sort of, because Larry forgot that he killed them.
I've just always been kind of fascinated that I couldn't get special missions in Germany, which is why I'm only familiar with like the first 8 or 9 issues of it. And because then we moved, and then I never got it again, which is weird because you would think that'd be something they would carry at the Stars and Stripes bookstore, because it's G.I. Joe, it's a military bookstore. You'd think they would carry it. Now I got this to look forward to.
There's
days
Jarrod, by the time you get to it, you're gonna have forgotten.
I've already forgotten.
And then
I'll probably forget after we're
like,
done with the live stream.
Something.
What the something or other?
And actually, what issue you are on, Jarrod, for special missions right now?
What's with the hard questions? We'll see. Let me think. We did the one where they go to the air shows, and we did the one after that. We did the one with in the desert.
Oh, Mangler.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No, you haven't released that one yet.
Well, we recorded it.
You recorded it.
It's recorded. We just haven't released it.
Just know that I know up until now the special missions were single story issues or single issue stories.
Mm-hmm.
They start to carry over a little bit. There's a couple that tie into each other. There's actually 4 of them, I think.
Okay, I know there's some that tie to regular Joe.
The most famous, the best one is Outback in Barovia.
Right, Barovia.
That's to me, that's the best one. And then the next issue, Jarrod, is your first two-parter.
Oh,
and actually, there's one where the team is getting there. The rescue team on the helicopter there's a story where it takes the getting there, that one they're getting out or something. Maybe it's just the getting there one.
Yeah. But. Yeah, and it was actually pretty cool because that was Special Missions at that point was running concurrently with the regular G.I. Joe book. It wasn't like a standalone story.
Right.
But it kept Snake Eyes out of the stories for like a year. Like 6 months to a year. So it allowed the other Joes to shine in the main book.
Okay.
And he was only in a few of them during Special Missions too. So, but
yeah. And Steve Barton in the chat says, "Dang, Jarrod, next they're going to spoil the movie by telling you if Duke makes it." Well, here's the thing. I remember that. I've seen that a few times, and I know he makes it. But I know he makes it thanks to the heroic and valorous efforts of Optimus Prime. Because I know that they were gonna kill Duke, but after the backlash of Optimus Prime, they were like, "Nope." All right, I got a trivia question for Jim. It's not for Gary because Gary's gonna know off immediately. Jim might know, but I have my spreadsheet up of where I'm tracking my Super Sevens. Okay.
Okay.
So the question is, we all know they've done Snake Eyes the most. How many have they done?
Oh.
In 7 waves, how many Snake Eyes?
6.
You might be surprised. The answer is 4.
4?
4.
Seems like a lot more than that.
But who comes in second place with the most versions?
Cobra Commander.
Correct. 3.
Yep.
Cobra Commander has 3. Snake Eyes has 4. The only other person in the Super 7 3 3/4 inch Reaction Plus world to have 2 versions. Notice how I phrased that, by the way.
Well,
because it's not a Joe.
Well, it's got to be Serpentor because we just talked about him.
Well,
doesn't Duke have a regular version?
If you count the
now you got
exclusive stuff.
Okay.
I'm talking just straight from Super 7 because that's how I buy things. But get a load of this. Marty McFly. Marty McFly has 2 versions. Yep, you can get Marty McFly 85 and Marty McFly 55, of which I have both.
I mean, Jarrod, you could also say the Bats.
Do the Bats have more than one version? Just because you can keep buying them?
I love Bats.
I do have. Is it the bat that comes on the card that looks like the comic cover? It's all ate up, like got bullet holes in it.
Yeah.
He's the only one that I haven't taken off the card because I like it so much. But I might order another one because it seems like they have a bunch of extras. Like they're always like, "Hey, you want one of these bats?" Like they never run out.
Hey, now this question's for Jim. Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
Do you know who did the art for that version of the bat?
Well, it was from the comic book issue 44, correct? Are you talking about the one for the spores?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, the other one with that the card is all destroyed.
I'm not sure.
Oh, I know who did it.
Yeah,
Zach.
Yes. I don't know if Beatty actually.
Oh, you're talking about the one where they were in the pit. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Well, there we've got it here. Hey, welcome to the chat, Auburn Elvis. You just missed, I don't know, everything.
Yummy hoses and all kinds of stuff.
You missed Yummy Hoses. You missed Dark Hawks. You missed we opened all these are the new Super 7, the newest wave of Super 7 Reaction Plus Joes that Gary and I both got in the mail yesterday. So we opened those today. And Jim unboxed some of his classifieds today. He had 6 of them they did. Now he's being fanciful and showing us his cool card collection. Yeah. So Albert Elvis knows the rules about Dark Hawk. He knows the rules. He even types it.
You
properly.
got to space it.
If you say it too fast, and it becomes an adult show. Especially when Delvin's here for some reason. So yeah, I guess I currently have, since I have my spreadsheet up, I currently have 33 Super 7 Reaction Plus Joes. But I don't have Serpentor's Target, and I don't have the Snake Eyes Target, if that's even out yet.
Which one is that?
Tiger Force Snake Eyes?
Oh, okay. You got the ones with the radioactive hands? Snake Eyes?
Yeah, where the ones where he glows red?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was part of one of the more recent waves.
Okay.
In fact, he is version 4, red glow Snake Eyes. Version 3 is Snake Eyes in his Arctic gear. Version 2 is Snake Eyes cartoon version, and version 1 is comic book version Snake Eyes. I have it all in my notes in my fancy spreadsheet. I feel like Pat a little more every day. Very cool. That's what we've been done. No Sky Strikers. Auburn Elvis asked if there were Sky Strikers on today. Although, you know what? Just to make it happy. Just off camera here, I do have the Hot Wheels Sky Striker.
I obtained one of those recently as well.
I don't know where did you send me this, Jim?
Oh, maybe I did. Maybe
you
I don't
might have, because I was just thinking, I don't know where I got this, which means usually that means a friend sent it to me, because I remember buying things.
Was it that, or did I send you the? No, I sent you the Batman. The Batmobile.
Yeah, I got that one right off screen here.
No,
too.
I don't have this. I didn't send you the Sky Striker one.
Somebody must have. I don't know where the heck I got that. Somebody very kindly must send that to me, and I promptly forgot about it. But since you brought it up, there's my Batman Forever Batmobile, courtesy of Jim. He knows that I am the world's only living Batman fan. So.
You know, I recently watched all 4 of those with my daughter, and
good for you.
Batman Forever was not horrible.
Better than you remembered.
Yes.
It's better than you remembered. You know what? I'm going to give us a bonus. It'll be more like a teaser bonus. I'm going to open another package here on the show. Give me just a second. Since y'all brought it up, because this will be a teaser for an upcoming show. Because if you guys know, about a couple weeks ago, I opened a bunch of Batman Forever trading cards packets, and I'm getting pretty close to having a whole set, but I didn't have a whole set. So I wonder what's in this box.
I think I know what's in that box.
Styrofoam peanuts, a whole box of. My styrofoam peanut collection is unmatched. All right. How big of a mess is he going to make? Not too bad. There you go.
Yep.
Unopened box. Because, Jim, you and I talked about this.
Yes, if we did.
Because if I'm honest, and I don't want to have to admit to the internet that I have a problem, actually have 2 of them.
I want to go back to the comment Steve Martin was asking.
Oh,
that set is from 1986 set.
I'm glad you caught that.
Yeah, and it is one of the harder sets to find. So
yeah, I didn't even know it existed until you like Jim texted that to me, and I was like, I didn't know that was a thing, because like the only cards I knew about was the Impel. I have like a whole set of those somewhere.
Yeah, it's and I didn't even find it. A buddy of mine found them at a secondhand store right around the corner from my house.
Oh, jeez.
And I'm like, so he texted to me. He goes, yeah, I'm gonna sell them on eBay or marketplace. I said, well, try to get your money out of them. If you don't sell them, let me know. I'm interested. So finally he's like, yeah, people are asking me, I'd rather sell them to you. I'm like, all right. So he gave me a heck of a deal. And so I had to buy them on a secondary market, I guess, if you want to say so.
Yeah, like a tertiary market.
Yeah. But I was awesome. It was, well, he sent me that picture. I immediately started drooling because I'm only missing 15 of them.
So
and it's
good,
like,
man.
so
good.
Yeah. So Jim, just for the uninitiated, which set is that?
That's what I'm going to pull up yojo.com and let you know what the official name is. How's that?
Okay, because I accidentally came across through thrifting and stuff. I got the 87 Comic Images set, and it says it's Series 2.
Yes.
Because what I'm wondering is if what you have there is the Series 1.
That's why I think they may be considering it. I do have a complete set of the Comic Images ones too, just to send out my fanciness.
Oh yeah,
But,
everybody calm down.
Hey, if I'm seeing right on that first page, you got a Breaker rookie card, Rock and Roll rookie card.
Yeah,
Spirit rookie card,
Short Fuse rookie card. Although Short Fuse might have played a year with Action Man, so his rookie card might be in the Action Man series. Yeah, those are definitely cool, Jim. And what a great snag. But I know how you feel while you're looking it up. I know how you feel because there's a guy I follow on X who he lives in Alabama, but doesn't live in my town, but his dad lives in where I live. And then he messaged me one day with pictures of his like Starlog magazines. And he's like, "Hey, I bought these at your local Christian mission." And I was like, "You son of a..." Sneaking into my town, going to my Christian mission and buying Starlog magazines. That was bad.
So the official, what Yojo is calling it, is G.I. Joe trading cards, Milton Bradley from 1986. And I know we covered these on a episode Outpost, but I can't tell you which one. Well, I got a spreadsheet for it, but
I don't think I was on it. If I was not paying attention because I don't remember.
I think you were.
Oh, that makes sense. I want to say we talked stickers. I don't
yeah, that's the one I got. I got
that
stickers.
Might be. Yeah, this set does have stickers. I don't have any of those, but
all right.
Well, because the stickers belong on the Trapper Keeper.
Exactly.
That's what they're for. But I will do a future episode where it's the most boring thing, by the way, but people still hang out for some reason and watch me open packs and try to finish my set. And honestly, the reason I bought 2 boxes, A, I have a problem. B, they're only $30 a box, and you get 30-something packs. And Jim and I were talking about this box when it came out in 1995. I don't know if you see that's a Kmart sticker on both of them. $72.
You're gonna need to have a blue light when you open those.
That's right. So they were charging $2 a pack because there's 36 in here, so $72. And I got it for less than $1 a pack. So that's how I rationalize my problem.
So probably the reason why you don't remember, Jarrod, because it was episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
And we were covering 1983 vehicles and trading cards.
So I was there.
Yeah.
Jared's memory problems strike again.
Yeah. That's okay. It was a long time ago, actually.
Man.
A few years ago.
Man.
But.
All right. I'll have one more fanciness thing to show since I showed my other Hot Wheels ones. I did get Airwolf, by the way.
Did find one, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I bought I didn't even waste time. Like as soon as it came out, I paid some dude on eBay like $20 for this. I was like, I am not gonna not have an Airwolf Hot Wheel. Like I went straight to eBay with shipping and everything. It was like $20, which I know is stupid, but I was like, now if I find one in the wild, I'm more than happy to open it up, play with it. But yeah, my Airwolf fandom was such that I was like, absolutely just gonna buy one immediately, pay top price. I don't care. Unlike Batman Forever cards, where I wait. I'm not paying $72. I will wait 31 years. And then I'll get a bargain.
How much were you saying they were brand new, Jarrod?
$72 for the
70?
box.
Okay.
Which is $2 a pack. Because I remember I texted you that. I was like, does that sound right? Were cards $2 a pack in 95? And you were like, I think they were.
I remember the first Marvel series set. You know, I remember buying those for $1.
Oh, yeah. I bought the heck out of those.
Oh, man.
I bought Jason and I bought the heck out of those. We had the whole set of one, maybe holograms and everything, and then we had a real good chunk of the second set too.
Steve Martin.
What'd he say?
I'm looking for that Hot Wheels his tank.
Tank.
I didn't know they were out yet.
Yeah, they're out and about.
Yeah,
I'm gonna pick one up when I see it, like because it's gonna go nice with my Sky Striker. But
I've been seeing them and I've just been walking by them. I'm sorry.
Gary.
Gary,
yeah.
Gary,
sorry.
what are you doing with your life?
What am I doing?
What are you doing with your life?
I'm going to Target looking for the Tiger Force Duke.
Oh, I see. See, my nearest Target's like 45 minutes away. So do you really see them, Gary? The Hiss tanks? Have you been seeing them?
Yeah, I've seen them at my Target a couple.
They don't. But does the Hot Wheel line not interest you? On all honesty, it's not.
No, it doesn't. It's. I want to be like Jim and be like, yeah, I'm totally giving up the classified lines, Big Lob. Airtight coming soon. But for the most part, I'm all in on these O-ring guys.
Me and you have that in common. I literally sold off all of my classifieds. I sold them all except for, because we all have our problems. I kept my Dragonfly because that's what my dad flew in the Army. That's important to me. So it has Wild Bill in it, and I still have Beachhead because he's my favorite Joe. And I sold off literally every other one. And because I'm like you, I just want to be an O-rings guy. And as you know, Gary, I don't even do vehicles or anything. I just do figures. Just figures.
Yeah. I say I'm out of classified, but yet I have a Snowcat coming this year and an Arctic Hiss coming this year later as well. And who knows? And
is that a classified snake armor I see behind you?
Yes.
In a classified Stinger.
Yes, it is.
I sent Jim.
And there's a claw behind the snake.
Jim, just so you know, you probably already know this, but like those Hiss tanks I sent you.
Yeah.
Those are absolutely meant for you to chop them up.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. I figured you knew that. Like,
yeah, that's actually the ones that I use to chop up to make.
I thought they were, and those are ones that I've just like found at like Goodwill for like $1 or whatever. I'm like, whenever I see stuff like that, I'm like, I'm gonna get it for Jim because he can use parts. Like, that's the beauty part about knowing a guy that doesn't collect vehicles is I'll just send you the vehicle stuff I find.
Yeah.
Is that Gary? Is that where you're at now too? Are you just a figures guy? Because I heard you talking on your program about because you cover vehicles on Chapman System Motopod. So
that's one of my focuses.
So that is that's what was going on in my brain. I knew you had a focus. It is vehicles.
Yeah, I'm a gearhead, and a lot of people talk about characters and stuff, but I like getting into the nitty gritty of the vehicle. And it's just the way my mind works. And
I love it.
Something unique to get really nerdy about. But like what ended up happening with the figures is, why I've been able to help you, Jarrod, was at one point I just decided I want to hold them. I want to play with them. As Jarrod, has a heart attack on mute.
I'm sneezing. I'm sorry.
But it's just like when they get rare, and it's just like then I become afraid to touch them and afraid to play with them. And I had them. It's like I could say I had it, but it just
I get it.
It doesn't. To me, it doesn't. I don't feel like I'm doing right by the item if I just keep it hidden away for the collection.
Okay.
And it's just like
I have a friend of mine who really changed my life. He's a big nerd like I am. He's a Star Wars figures nerd. And he really changed my life by telling me this one phrase. And he said, if it's not on display and you're not enjoying it every day, you don't need to own it. And because I was pack ratting, I had tubs full of every kind of action figure you can think of. I'd find any kind of action figure. I'd start making a set in a Rubbermaid tub from all my yard sailing. And he was like, why? And I was like, you know what? You're right. And sort of most recently within the last 5 years or so, I had a video game collection that had, I'm going to spitball here, about 8,000 games just from yard sailing for 20 years. And I was just like, I just had to come to that realization. The same friend was like, hey, you finished playing all 8,000 of those games yet? And he was right. So I went through and I cut that in half, and then I cut that half in half. And I think I cut that half in half because I get what you're saying, Gary. Like there's games that I own because they're valuable. Oh, this RPG is worth $300. I don't really play that much RPGs, It's like, and at the end of the day, my other friend gave me a good thought too. He's like, it's cool to have as a collector, but like, there's somebody out there who's going to pay that $300 who wants to play it. sell it to that guy. What are you doing? Just sitting on it. So I get it, Gary. I do. There's a long way around to me completely agreeing with you. If you're not enjoying it, why be tied to it, right?
Yeah.
And
do you know what I am tied to?
That's just
tied to this t-shirt.
Tied that shirt. DJ Cristanos just popped in to say he loves your shirt. I think he's biased. Cristanos, you should get in here and unbox something before we go. We've all unboxed things today. You should get in here and unbox something. Oh no, I was not talking about any classified his tanks. No, the his tanks I found were the 3 3/4 re-release from like 2021-ish time frame, and I just put those in a box, and I just know when that box fills up, I send it to Jim. That's what I do.
Yeah, I do a lot of customizing, Steve. So I have. You guys are talking about totes and totes of stuff, but I've got totes and totes of parts that I one day will use for customizing. I hope.
Yeah, here's where I'm like you in that regard. Out in my garage, I have a shelf that's full of model kits because I love to build model kits. I just don't have the time to build model kits. And as my retirement looms closer and closer, I'm eyeballing those kits. Like, yeah, one of these days you're gonna see me on these live streams. I'm gonna be building models. I assure you. Which might not be a good idea, Jim, because you were alluding to this earlier. I get frustrated and I'll start cursing them. You son of a. Oh, just
you're gonna need a guy in a booth. Beep, beep.
Mother bleeping decal.
5-second delay.
That's what I need. Oh, this has been fun, guys. Anything else? We've covered the gamut, but I don't want to. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I don't want to keep you here forever, though. So
talking about your displaying and stuff like that, and
right,
I do consider that because that's what got me into the reselling. Was I'm like, all this stuff, I'm not using it. It's in totes. We moved up here to Michigan. I'm like, a year and a half later, it's still sitting in totes. I'm like, okay, it's time to move it on. Yeah. And now, I try to buy stuff that one day I'm like, okay, when I get the space, when one of my kids moves out and I get a room in the house that's mine, besides my bedroom, I'll have this stuff on display. But
well, you have a good display going on out there in your building.
Well, yeah, but if you look off to my left, that's another thing coming to the outpost here this spring is I'm going to be getting another outbuilding, and all my stuff that I'm trying to sell is going to go into that outbuilding instead of in here.
I have a lot of stuff out in my outbuilding that I use just for decor. So I get what you say. Hey, in fact, Jim, I think I found a local buyer for that G.I. Joe headquarters box.
Oh,
that I have. Yeah, I was doing that small library show yesterday, and in one of the world's greatest coincidences, there was 3 artists at that library. Me, a guy named Tim Bates, who I played G.I. Joes with when I lived in Germany from about 87 to 90.
Wow.
Like, I probably have a couple of his Joes because we used to trade Joes like in my collection right now. Like, what are the odds that this guy also became an artist and like we live near each other? It was wild. Anyways, so he knows a guy that collects boxes. And so I was like, oh, okay. So anyway, Gary, I don't know if you ever heard that story that I got the G.I. Joe headquarters from 1990, the box with the blueprints and everything. Some dude put it up by the side of the road in his trash. Like 6 months ago.
That's nuts.
Yeah, this friend of my wife's, her and her husband were out walking. She took a picture of it, texted my wife, said, "Is this something your husband would like?" And Johanna was like, "Would you like this?" And I was like, "If you don't get this,"
I have a similar story. I was flea marketing early on, getting to get my Joe stuff. And I was at the flea market. And there was an original transportable tactical battle platform box on the gravel in a puddle.
No.
And I pick it up and at the guy's booth, and I'm like, "Hey, are you selling this?" Because he just threw it on the trash. He's like, "Yeah, $15." I said, "You literally just had it in a puddle that I took it out of. I will give you $5." Because he was using it to store junk and
apparently this guy apparently they actually were able to talk to the guy who thrown out, and he had gotten it because he had the idea that many of us have had to just cut out the front and decorate with the art. But he was like, I only got the one box and I never really did it. So like, now it's in my house. I even made a handmade sign, Jim, to take to. Did I send you a picture of my handmade sign to take to Winterfest? It says something like, we'll trade this box for loose figures, blueprints included. Like I had a handmade, I was going to carry it around until somebody say, hey, I'll trade you for some figures. I don't care.
Yeah,
but it's nice that he's local because, as you know, Jim and Gary, if you're going to sell to sell something like that on eBay, I might get $50 for the box, but then the shipping's going to be stupid because it's big.
Yeah.
You know,
that's going to deter a lot of people from buying it.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're going to be like, oh, $50 for the box, but now I got to pay $40 in ship. That's $90. You know, so yeah. Anyways, here's a flea market tale of woe. If Jarrod could go back in time, when I was a second lieutenant, Pope Air Force Base, local flea market, toy dealer booth. Dude had a flag in the box. This was 2000. This was 99, 2000. $250. And I was just the new second lieutenant making my first income. You know, I was like, oh, I don't know if I can afford that. I should have done without. Lunch was what, $5 back then? So 50 lunches. I'd skip 50 lunches to have that. Yeah, that one keeps me up at night. I'm like, why didn't I buy that?
Yeah.
$250 in the box.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's too expensive.
I told you about my selling my collection in the early 2000s. I don't know if I've told you guys. We were trying to save money to bring our daughter home from adoption, or we adopted her. And we were raising money and stuff. I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to have those Joes again. I'm not going to do anything with those. Yeah. Sold them for like $30. There's a Terradrome and a bunch of loose vehicles and this and that. I'm like, well, she's home. So, you know,
he tried to send the daughter back.
No, I wouldn't send her back for anything.
Oh, let's see. That's a good end of the story.
Yeah. But it would be nice if she got out of the house. No, I'm just kidding.
Or at least provided a Terradrome.
No.
Well, guys, I'm going to go put these on some figure stands. I just ordered another bag of 500 or something like that for $250 from smalljoes.com. So I'm going to put them on some figure stands and display them.
Yep.
And bye.
Thanks. See ya.
Everybody. Pros. Thanks everybody who stopped by the chat. It's really cool you guys do this. I really enjoy this. Thank you to both for coming. It's always more fun to do this with other people. Let's pimp before we go. And let's start with we'll finish with Gary since he's not on Longbox. But Jim, what do you got for everybody?
You guys can listen to the podcast G.I. Joe Chronicles Outpost here on the Longbox Crusade, and on Facebook I am Jim Meal, and Twitter, X. Wow, took me back a little bit.
It took me back a couple years. That's right.
Jim the Joe Junkie.
Very cool. And all my stuff's here on Longbox, as you guys know. I'm at Yard Sale Artist, just like it says there. X, Facebook, Instagram. More importantly, let's pimp the Chaplain's Assistant Motor Pod, which is my favorite non-Longbox Crusade G.I. Joe podcast. Hopefully Aaron Moss didn't listen to this. Go ahead, Gary. Pimp it.
I am at Chaplain Joe Pod on Facebook, X, Instagram, and YouTube. And it's a podcast about G.I. Joe. And mostly we focus, my co-host Casey and I, we focus on the vehicles, playsets, and yes, even the trailers of the G.I. Joe Real American Hero toy line from 1982 to the present day. And also I am the home of After Action Report in podcast form. So doing all their books with Josh Egbein and Greg Augustin and that crew. So it's just talking Joe and talking Joe.
Yeah, I love it. Now I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I've had a question, because I've listened to many episodes of Chaplin's Assistant Motor Pod, and you always say the vehicles and then you say the trailers. What do you mean by the trailers?
What do I mean?
What?
Well, I'm talking about towed apparatus.
Okay, that's what I was like. Is he talking
like
about
the Coastal Defender? The
Literally
road
road
towed.
I was wondering because I was like, when he says trailers, does he mean the physical trail behind toys? And that's what you meant. I didn't know if, because a lot of people refer to commercials as trailers, you know, movie trailers and all that. So I was like, do they cover toy commercials? Is that what he means by trailers? I've always asked myself that when you say that. Now I know.
It rolls well, and in the case, you know, it's just it works. It
does. But at this
not
entire time when you say it,
not
I
a
go,
vehicle, you know,
is he talking about the tow behind stuff, or is he talking about actual commercials? Like, it always makes me wonder. Well, I love it. Coastal Defender, everybody's favorite playset. I actually had one, by the way. I had a Coastal Defender as a child. And on that note, thank you everybody for being here, and we're gonna act Frozen. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.